Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in today. Today, I'm going to show you what you can do with a scene with only one light. So here we have a bog standard cheap AliExpress LED light. Now, this was 45 English pounds. Absolutely amazing deal. It's a steal. It has a power input on the back, generic, get them anywhere, a power selector on and off. Now you have just one knob. Intensity goes from 10% to 100%, and if you click it, you can select a temperature from 3,700 Kelvin to 5,600, and that's it. No effects, didn't come with any kind of built-in flashing, nothing, just a standard light, intensity on and off. Now, it comes with a Bowens mount, so you're able to attach any kind of Bowens accessory, be it a softbox, be it barn doors, be it a focuser, like this one. This one, you can see I've put the gel on it, which I'm going to use for the film that I'm going to make. And it comes with the remote control, which works some of the time, but not all the time. But 300 watts at £45. If you just want a simple light that just hits the scene and lights it up, and at 300 watts in LED, this is a heavyweight. This has been one of the best purchases ever. And it took me from, you know, those cheap photo kits that you get where you get these CFL type bulbs and these soft boxes and these flimsy stands that just, you tap them and they fall down, or if you put your light too high, they're going to fall down and break. This took me from that professional kind of world, if you can call that professional. Yeah, I want to feel better, I'm going to call them professional, to this. And this was something else. For £45, you could just send off for about 5 of them. The only problem is it took 3 weeks for them to come, but when they came with the thunder. These are absolutely amazing. It's
cheap, Chinese and cheerful.
Exactamente. Cheap, Chinese and cheerful. So, how are we going to make a scene utilising only this one light? Now, that's going to be a bit of a challenge, isn't it? I mean, ordinarily, you would light the scene. You'd probably use about maybe 2, 3, 4 lights. And that's excluding practicals. So if you do have practicals in the scene, then maybe those practicals need to be motivated. And
what does motivated mean?
Well, subscribe to the channel and look for my video for cinematic lighting techniques, and you'll be all caught up about motivation. So if you need to motivate the lights, i.e. the lights being on the scene, shining in a certain way, and then you put another light off the scene, which shines in the same direction, therefore giving it more power and intensity, and you assume it's coming from that light. So that could easily reach 5, 6 or 7 different light sources, but we have to light a scene with one light. So it's going to be challenging, especially a wide scene. So what other choices have we got? We can use certain light modification. We can use certain processes like bouncing the light. We can use things like coloured reflectance. We can use...
Reflectance?
Well, coloured reflectance is basically negative fill, but with a coloured object. So instead of
What's negative fill?
Okay, so negative fill is when you have a light source shining onto the subject. So for example, we've got a light source over here and it's shining down onto my face. There's no light over here, but as you can see, there is lighting on this side of the face. So if I wanted that to be really dark, really contrasty, so it's like pretty much dark and light, then what I would employ is something on this side and then off camera, and it absorbs the light. It doesn't let the light bounce onto my face. So that would be really dark on that side and therefore give us a really strong contrast ratio. So lighting a scene with only one light is going to be challenging.
I bet you Roger Deakins could do it.
Roger Deakins. I don't know, maybe. Okay, so what we're going to go for is a nighttime scene. So we're going to have a lovely, unsuspecting lady sleeping, and at that intriguing and unexplored time of night, the witching hour, something wakes her and proceeds to beat the living daylight. Something wakes her and proceeds to drag the soul out of her and compels the soul to head to the light. So without further ado, let me walk you through what I did to make this scene happen. Okay, so I used a fan and my trusty smoke machine, which is here. So I've got my smoke machine, I used that. I set up the tripod over the bed, as you can see. So we're looking down on the bed, and I set up a practical over here, that's for the next shot, and some books on the side, and the light with a blue gel on the front shining down onto the subject. And here is the trusty and mighty camera in the dark so you can't see it. Here we go. There we go. There she is. Yeah. Okay, so we're just loading up on the fog right now. Okay, so we've moved the light a little tiny bit as well, so we can get more of a shadow on the face. And we're filming from here, so we've got quite a good little setup there. Alright, so we'll sort out the fog. Oh yeah. Okay, so for this one, I wanted to get some flares into the lens as well. So I've angled the light slightly towards us, towards this way. I've got the camera set up here, ready. So what I've done is I have a 4-poster bed with drapes. So they're also red like the way they are in the hall. So what I've done is I've pulled the drape across and hung it down and made it look like it was a side view of when she goes up the stairs. So that's the setup for this shot. So there you have it, guys. Very simple one this week. How to light a scene with only one light and make it cinematic. Now, of course, I did employ other methods. For example, glow in the post-production. I also used fog. Now, fog is an invaluable asset to use on set. It's the cheaper version of mist, whereas with mist, the particles are finer and it hangs around the atmosphere a lot longer. So with the fog, you have to make sure that you're fanning that for a long time. Otherwise, it's just too thick. You can't see anything. And it also dissipates very quickly because the particles are heavy, whereas mist stays there a bit longer. You can even get mist in spray cans, so you can spray it in the air. So I use that to enhance the texture and feel of the actual scene. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.